Today we're going to take a look at the SteelSeries Apex 7 keyboard. What's up everybody, it's Brighton here today, and I hope you guys have been well during these quarantine. I've been working on videos and editing and doing all different sorts of things like that. So I ordered a new keyboard and I wanted to unbox it with you guys. It's not sponsored, nothing like that. I just wanted to, I've had the same keyboard for like 8 years and I wanted to switch into a mechanical keyboard, something a little bit smaller and minimalistic. And SteelSeries, I was recommended a SteelSeries keyboard, and I'm kind of, I'm not working right now, so I definitely didn't want to spend $300 on a keyboard. So I went with something that's a little bit cheaper, smaller, but has great reviews, and that's the SteelSeries Apex 7 TKL. I believe they make a Pro Apex 7 Pro or something like that, which has the numpad. This one does not. So sorry I can't show you the full box because they put the address and all that stuff on it. But it actually was shipped in this box, so let's go ahead and open it up here and see what we got. So when we open it, it says for glory, and you can see that the keyboard is right here. I went with brown cherry switches. It comes in, I believe, brown, red, and blue switches. And I went with brown. I've never had a mechanical keyboard, so I don't know exactly what I wanted. But when we open it up here, take it out, it's got 2 USB plugs. Huh, that's interesting. So this is a black gunmetal keyboard, and the keys stand out off of the, it's got like lifted keys. Definitely, it's a clicky keyboard if you can't hear that. But it's nice and light. It's got a little scroll wheel with a screen on it, and it has a little USB right here on the end of it, and that's my guess on why it has 2 USB plugs. I'm assuming it has a separate one so you can plug in your mouse, or if you had a wireless you could charge it. Alrighty, so when we set it on the desk here, it sits pretty flat. Oh, it's clicky. I like that. I have never had a clicky keyboard. Mine is a grommet. It has rubber grommets instead of mechanical. And I went with brown switches. I believe you can even just take these off. I'm not gonna try right now, but I believe you can switch out keys on this keyboard, or switch out, yeah, key heads and switches. Obviously, I did not go with a keyboard that has a numpad on it, so it's a smaller keyboard than having the full one. If we look at my old keyboard, which I'll switch it out, it's like almost half the size. This one's almost half the size of my old one because I had my programmable keys on it as well. But one little thing I want to show you is it comes with a very smooth little rubber wrist pad, and it just snaps right on. Boom, magnetic. And it's actually very nice, which will probably end up using, but it's just nice that you can just magnetic right on, and boom, it's all set up. So let's actually go over to my computer and set it up over there. Alrighty, so I'm over here on my computer, and this keyboard is beautiful. I got it plugged in, and as I can scroll through with a little scroll wheel. I don't have a program. I don't even know if there is one on my actual computer right now, but if you hit the little, it's the opposite of the Windows button. I would say it's probably the SteelSeries button is what it'd be called, and then hit F9, you can switch between profiles, or you can hold down the button on the top right and use the scroll wheel to go between some of the different ones. There's some pretty cool ones with the different fades and everything it has. But this was my old keyboard. This thing is ginormous compared to this current keyboard. Let's see if we can do a size comparison there. They're a lot different size. So I actually have so much room on my desk now that I don't need this gigantic mouse pad, but for now obviously I'm going to keep it. So this is just first impressions. It is a well-built keyboard. I went with brown switches, and you can pop off the switches without having to have any tools or anything. You can see the backlit, and then just pop them right back on. So that is definitely cool. It means you can switch out switches. Here's what it sounds like typing. Definitely going to take time to get used to because it's a smaller keyboard than mine. So it's going to be weird to get used to where the placement is of everything. But I like the sound. I like that it's easy to change between profiles. And it's all customizable. So definitely a good keyboard. I would recommend it. This keyboard also has a USB in the back here. And that's why it has double, because you can plug in, if I wanted to, I could plug my mouse into that USB port on this side of it rather than going and running it all the way around through the computer. So I'm definitely going to mess around with that. I need to rewire my setup now that I took my keyboard out. But I like this. The Apex SteelSeries 7 TKL, I believe is what it's called. I'll put a link down below if you want to check one out or buy one yourself. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I'll do a little review later on, letting you know how I like it when it comes to gaming and all of that stuff. But for first impressions and just messing around with it, it is a good quality keyboard and worth the money. So thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. You can hit that like and subscribe down below, and I will talk to you guys sometime in the next week. Peace.